Welcome to NYC. Today we are conducting a sneaky philosophical thought experiment with totally random New Yorkers. The dying donor dilemma reveals what's really going on under the surface of everyday people, exposing their true motivations. What would you do?
That's so difficult because I feel like an
What belongs to Caesar, give to Caesar.
I would ask for $2 million more.
You have $1 million, dude. I mean, we could do this.
Stick around for the final act, where we will provide you with an ethical toolkit that will enable you to see the hidden gears that drive people's decisions. Now, let's launch this philosophical roller coaster. You're on a plane, it crash lands, you survive, somebody else survives, everybody else dies. This passenger who is dying asks you to take his $1 million and donate it to the Yankees baseball team. You get back, but you find out that there's a beautiful, reputable charity organization that you believe in that's asking for $1 million to save the lives of thousands of people in a distant land. What would you do?
The man told me, give my money to the Yankees. So I'm gonna abide by what he told me. It has nothing to do with kindness and morality. We don't know what the Yankees did for him. We don't know if the Yankees saved his life as a child watching TV. Again, we don't
And it doesn't
know.
matter that the Yankees are multi-million
It
dollar.
doesn't matter. It's him, his heart.
So the philosopher, German philosopher Immanuel Kant would be completely in agreement with you. It's called Deontology. It says the rightness or the wrongness of an act is intrinsic to the act itself. The act tells you what's right or wrong.
If you stand by your spiritual belief and abide by it and live it, your understanding, your choices, your decisions are going to be based on supernatural existence. But when I use my learning on earth to control things, that's when humans, in my belief, mess up.
So what would you do?
I think in that situation, I would give it to, I would like to think I'd give it to a charitable organization that would help more people. Philosophically, because I did study philosophy for a bit in school, I'd rather help more people than just help one person.
So you would be in agreement with like thinkers like Jeremy Bentham, John
exactly,
John Stuart Mill,
exactly.
Utilitarianism,
Exactly.
consequentialist,
Yeah,
right?
more people.
What about the philosopher Immanuel Kant and Deontology? He says, look, the rightness of an act is intrinsic to the act itself.
Yeah, I don't like Kant.
You know, can't with Kant.
I think I would give the $1 million to the Yankees team.
Why would you do that?
This man is dying, and if he had one last wish as a person, as a human being, what I can do is give him what he always wanted. And it's kind of a tribute to his wants and his needs.
What about all those who are suffering and who could use this $1 million? That charity organization that you know is very reputable. What about them?
I don't think you can put all that responsibility onto one person. I don't think that, sure, maybe $1 million will do a lot of things, but it's so much more like beyond that. It's like, don't make me get canceled for not donating it. She's so selfish, she's so out of touch. So many people could use it, not Yankees. I'm like, this is a hypothetical question. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
The question is, what would you do with this $1 million?
And did I promise that I would donate it to the Yankees, or?
You know what? Let's say you did, and you gave your word to a dying man.
Hypothetically, if I needed the money, then I would probably take it. Like if I was, in a rough financial situation, to reject $1 million, I'd probably need at least like a couple million. Because like after that, I think the marginal increase of $1 million, it diminishes over time.
Business major, guys. Business major. Well, let's say if you pocket it. If you say, you know what, you're going through a rough financial patch, and you say, this $1 million can really help me out here. That position would be the position of egoism, right? You hear the word ego, right? It's self-serving, and it essentially says it's the right action that serves you the best long term. What are you going to do with that money?
I would pocket it and buy a Birkin.
And buy a what?
A Birkin.
What's that?
It's like a designer bag.
Why would you do that?
I guess I'm also a little self-serving. Like, I'm an egoist, I guess.
If everyone did what you are suggesting you would do, right, which is pocket the money, how would the world be?
I mean, I kind of think that's the kind of world we live in right now. Everyone is, not everyone, but a lot of self-serving people.
Is that what's motivating a bit of your choice? To also be self-serving? It's like, to hell with it. The whole world is like this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anyone else being moral around me, so why should I do it?
I would do something with social good just because, sending it to a already multi-million-dollar organization when there are people who don't have food and, a planet that is dying. That's just more my speed, but I would probably tell him that before he died.
Well, philosophically, there were two philosophers, Jeremy Bentham, John Stuart Mill. They spoke about this concept called utilitarianism, and they said the right action is the one that produces the greatest good for the greatest number of people involved, right? And that sounds like you're a utilitarian, also known as a consequentialist.
Interesting.
Perspective, yeah.
I've never taken a philosophy class before, so I'm learning.
Want to discover how the wisdom of ancient philosophers can transform your daily decisions? Sign up below to receive a weekly practical insight delivered straight to your SMS or electronic mail. I'm looking forward to connecting with you, but for now, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming.
See, I don't know. I want to be a little selfish. If I could get away with taking a little bit, just like a treat myself kind of thing, an administrative fee. I need a new couch. I've been trying to get a new couch for months. So we still have the old futon that my mother-in-law had a stroke on. If it comes down to somebody else, needing for to actually literally save people, I mean, that's just a better use of the money. But
Mike, what do you think?
Unless they're unreasonable, horrible people, can't you let a refugee throw the first pitch and then give that organization $1 million? And it seems like an entirely solvable problem.
And now, why would you do that and not just say, I'm going to pocket the money and keep it for yourself?
I guess I could always spend $1 million. I don't need $1 million. I have food and a house. I mean, I'm a very lucky person.
So the position that you're articulating is something of a virtue ethics theory. You're asking yourself, what is the kind of person you would want to be? And thinking about how you can, as it were, target all of those elements at once. And there we have the final score. To recap, in a dilemma of what to do with $1 million from a dying man, here are 4 different philosophical perspectives to consider. Egoism is the idea that you should keep the money for yourself and concentrate on what's good for you. In this scenario, an egoist would pocket all the money. Utilitarianism is the idea that you should give to charity with the goal of making as many people as possible happy. Deontology is the belief that what's most important is following rules and duties. In this case, you would follow through on the dying man's wish to donate the money to the Yankees. Virtue ethics is about figuring out what a good person would do. It might mean finding a balance, like getting the Yankees to donate to charity. This way, we respect the wishes of the man who is dying and also help others. Virtue ethics is all about developing good character traits. It's less about whether a specific action is right or wrong, and more about what kind of person you're becoming through your actions. These viewpoints, egoism, utilitarianism, deontology, and virtue ethics, help us to see why we make our own moral choices and why others make theirs. They're like special glasses for understanding what can be done and why. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more Street Philosophy TV. Since you made it to the end of this video, you'll probably also enjoy another thought experiment video.